Hi everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to do air buns. We're doing a double recipe and we're going to start with 4 cups of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of oil, and 1 package of yeast. And I've also added 1 tablespoon of salt. Okay, I've added all the ingredients in before I add the flour. This is what it should look like. Okay, I've added 6 cups of flour, so it's a double recipe. I'm stirring it. My mom's actually stirring it. I'll show you her face when she wants to show herself. She's the bun master or bread master. This is what it's looking like. Okay, so we've added 3.5 more cups. So in total we've added 9.5 cups of flour. So if you don't want to make such a large recipe, just cut everything in half. And if you see what the dough is starting to look like.
All mixed in. Work, work, work.
So in total she's probably added like 14 cups of flour to this. And always add your flour to the outside of the bowl and work it in. Like I said, so you don't end up with a bowl of flour on the inside of your dough.
She's showing it.
Okay, this is how you add your flour to the outside of your dough. Making bread is a lot of work. You have to love cooking to do this. If you don't, it usually takes a whole day to do it. You have to let it rise, set it aside, let it rise for a couple hours, punch it back down, let it rise before you can work. Okay, I've got most of the flour worked in now from all around the bottom of the bowl and the outside of the bowl. Make sure you get it all in there. Can you see how it's looking like a dough now? Okay. Okay, we're just about there. I've added just a little bit of flour, like 4 tablespoons at a time now. You can see how it's not really sticking anymore. It's changing into a dough. It's starting to get there, what it should look like. You can see it's not as sticky. So we're almost at the point where it should be. So it's a dough. And make sure you don't have flour in the center of this. Okay, I'm smearing butter on top of it because it's going to rise. And I'm also going to smear butter around the bowl because you don't want it sticking to the sides of the bowl when it's rising. If it sticks, it can't rise. It'll be tugging instead of rising. We're going to all buttered up. There we go. Now we're going to set it aside to let it rise for. I've covered it. I'm going to set it up on my fridge at least an hour and a half. I'm going to check it in the hour and a half and see if it needs more, and I'll show you that. The dough has risen once already. This is what it should look like. Now it's being punched down because you're going to let it rise the second time. Okay, you're going to butter it the second time, lightly. Put it back under the cloth and let it rise again. It'll take about, how long do you think, Mom?
An hour.
About an hour. Okay, the dough is risen. Just cutting it about that size of a ball. There's a rolling technique.
Like an egg.
Like an egg. You heard what the woman said. And there's a rolling technique.
To tuck them all under so the buns don't split.
And put them on a tray, 3 across. Okay, this is what they should look like when you got them rolled out. The pan's buttered and there's a little bit of butter on top of them.
Hi.
Okay, we have a factory going on here. Right now she's rolling out on parchment paper for her cinnamon buns. She's still rolling for her buns. This so far has made approximately 60 buns so far, and we're probably going to end up with like 16 cinnamon buns. Mom says more like 24 cinnamon buns, and she doesn't use flour because it makes them tough. She presses out pretty good with her hands and puts butter on top of them. Now we're putting down the brown sugar. Okay, we put the cinnamon on it. We're greasing the pans very well because brown sugar is going in the bottom of the pan. It's going to be beautiful when it cooks. I'm going to roll it up for the cinnamon buns. Once you roll it up, you're going to cut it.
Awesome.
I'll try and get some video where it's not. There we
the
go.
sugar's
There's our
going
roll.
over the-
Okay, that's how we're cutting them. We have one cranky baby over here today. Our cinnamon buns are being cut and going in the pan. You can see how they're being spaced out. All of these buns now have been set aside, along with the raisins buns. They all have to raise again before they go back in the oven. I'm doing this video with my mom, so I'll always have it to remember. She's an awesome woman, and I love her very much, but she's also the bread master. She learned to cook on a wood stove, and if you can master air buns on a wood stove, you're pretty good. Love you, Mom. Buns are out of the oven. They're in there 25 minutes, looking golden brown and awesome, smelling delicious. You know the routine. Share and like me if you enjoyed this video.